This is gonna be a very different video from the videos I usually make on this channel, and hopefully it's not gonna upset you. Some people it might upset because I'm gonna talk about some stuff with like religion and spiritual stuff, which is, I know some people takes that the wrong way, but I'll share with you in this video exactly like how I'm as a 21-year-old trying to like figure out like the spiritual stuff, the things that I've figured out so far, the things that have been working well for me, and hopefully it's going to be valuable for you to hear my perspective on this, because I think I figured out some stuff that's really helped me to look at my life from a better lens and allow me to just like see more success, be happier overall, and just like be more fulfilled, because I understood some concept that I explained to you throughout this video that's helped me in my journey so far of going from being really miserable, broke, unhappy, living with my parents back in Sweden about 2.5 years ago, to now creating a life of freedom, traveling, making over 10K per month, and kind of having the like life that I want to have, you know? And I think the first main thing I want to cover in this video is how I used to think about like life in general before I kind of came into this like more spiritual way of thinking. Is I used to always be looking at life as like things that happened to me. First off, I looked at like events in my life, things as like either good or bad, you know? For example, let's say so I had a friend who did something that I didn't like, or I tried to start a business that kept failing, you know? I was looking at all these different things as events that, okay, this is a good event, I'm making money from this business, it's working, or this is a bad event and I don't like this, I want to avoid this, I'm trying to fix this problem, you know? But the thing that took me a long time to understand, that I eventually understood by talking with mentors and things like that, was realizing that everything that happens, every single event that comes into your life happens for you. And if you look at things this way, like this is, but again, a bit of like a spiritual way of looking at things, it might not even be totally correct, but I think having this perspective is the right way of doing things. Because it might not be that everything that happens for you, but if you look at your life in that perspective, it's gonna be that way, you know? Because if, for example, let's say like the girl of your dreams, you know, she breaks up with you, or like the business that you're trying to start, it doesn't work out. If you look at that, okay, that is bad, it's not meant to be, fuck this is like, this sucks, I'm so sad about this, blah, 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 blah. Then what are you gonna get out of it? Nothing at all. You know, like there's no really like learning lesson to take away from it. There's not really like any progress made. Everything is like shit. You're sad and you're upset and blah, blah, blah. Maybe you take one learning lesson away from it, but that's it. But if you instead look at it from the perspective of, okay, this thing happened for me. This girl left me so that I could realize that I am not the man that I need to be to find my ideal wife in the future. This business is not working out because I am not the right type of person. I need to level up as a human being, as a man, to be able to like actually succeed in business. If you can look at things from the lens of like, this thing happens for me, your ability to take the right learning lessons from every single thing that happens becomes so much more productive. So that's the first thing I want to take away from this video, is to realize that everything that happens in your life, if you can look at it from the perspective like, this thing, this event, this thing I'm going through right now is happening for me, I think that's going to serve you a lot. And it doesn't matter exactly like what you believe in, if you're a Christian, or if you believe in like the universe or whatever it is. I haven't quite decided on that yet, to be honest. Like for some while I was believing in like the universe. Now I'm kind of starting looking into maybe like reading the Bible and like Christianity and things like that. But so I don't want to get into much of that because I'm not like expert in that at all. I won't be really clear on that. But what I've experienced is that like this quote I share with you right now, I think this applies regardless of your religion. I think it's going to help you to just like think of life in that way, that everything that happens for you. And then if you want to zoom out from that, you can look at it from the perspective of like, obviously, either you have like God, who's the one who's like guiding your life, he's putting stuff in front of you that's always going to be leading you to where you want to be, and you just need to trust his path. Or you can believe like in the universe, so that you are the universe, and that whatever, like there's a lot of different perspectives on this, but like the main two ones I've heard is like, you are the universe and you create everything in your reality. There's like all these different paths you can take, and like everything that's put in front of you is there for a reason. And if you just trust the path, if you just like follow what's happening, follow like the flow, and you live in that kind of like flow and just follow your highest excitement, you will lead to where you want to be. And obviously you have like the Christianity and like following God and things like that, and like the whole thing. So again, I'm not the expert in these things, but what's been working for me is the first thing I mentioned to you right now. And also is having something like kind of like greater in yourself to believe in. Because something that I've observed from every single like big entrepreneur, someone who's making a lot of money out there, is every single successful person that I've seen, at least to a certain extent, they believe in like some type of higher power, if you want to call it that. Like they believe in the universe, they believe in God. Like I've struggled to find someone who's doing like 100K per month, 200K per month, 300K per month. And again, these are like these like arbitrary numbers of business, but it's still symbols that they've achieved some type of financial success. And I've struggled to find someone who's doing those numbers who doesn't believe in God or believe in the universe and things like that, which is very interesting because that there has to be a reason behind why like this pattern between every successful person and believing in a higher power. And I think it comes down to like, I think you need to have something that you believe in that's going to lead you through the tough times, because starting and growing a business is fucking hard. It's like, it's one of the hardest things you can do, where you need to have like this delusional confidence in yourself to just keep going regardless of how hard things get. And I think that's like almost impossible to have that unless you believe that there's something bigger than yourself, because just like your ego and just like making more money and like getting better and like just things like that, like I don't think, maybe for some people, if you're like crazy confident and like you have this crazy like unfilled desire, I don't know, but for me at least, I think for a lot of people, the majority of people, you need to have something bigger than yourself to believe in, like to be able to trust the process. You probably heard that word, trust the process. This is like really that what it comes down to. You need to have someone who you can put your trust into, God, universe, and you believe that this person will put you where you need to be and get you the results that you're supposed to get if you just follow them. Because how else are you supposed to like wake up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, work on your business for 12 hours and like lose money for months, and like eventually like 5 years later you're making all this money? Like how are you supposed to go through like the pain trial that it takes to start a business unless you have something that you believe in, something that's bigger than yourself, something that someone or something that you believe is guiding you to get to where you want to go? I want you to really think about that. Like if you already like are religious, this probably makes sense to you. And like I think this is starting to make sense for me as well, because in the journey of business it's so hard, it's lonely, and like you have to have so much belief in yourself, just keep going even though every single sign around you tells you to stop. And that requires something strong to keep driving you. So this is just like a quick reflection for me. I think the most valuable thing you can take away from this is just like, number one is adapt in the mindset that everything that happens for you. Try to live in like a flow state as much as possible. It's like do things that you enjoy, trust the process, and find something that you resonate with. Find like religion, or if you want to like read about like the universe, spirituality, things like that. Find something you can believe in so you can put your trust towards the process or wherever you want to trust into, so you can like just keep going and be able to have something to believe in, have something that's going to keep you going even when things get really, really hard, because it's going to get hard. If you have big goals, if you want to achieve the same type of success that I want to achieve, and like you want to build a business, make all this money online, and like travel the world and build a life of fulfillment, freedom, build a legacy for yourself, that's going to be a hard journey. It's not going to be easy. So you need to have something strong, like a strong foundation to build that from. So that's all I want to share with you in this video. Hopefully you found this valuable. If you want to work with me one-on-one and learn the stuff that I've learned throughout my journey, I'm not an expert by any means, but I've gotten from zero, made my first 10K per month, making over 4K per month right now from this YouTube channel. So if you want to learn from me, learn my ways of exactly like how I did this, how you can make money from like actually just being yourself, sharing your authentic reflections, your story, and the stuff that you learn in your own life, click the link down below. You can join my community. It's a paid community where you can come in there. You'll learn from me one-on-one directly. You will get my entire blueprint of how to go from zero and start making money online with YouTube, school, and basically like a digital community like that. So that's all I want to share with you in this video. If you want to join the community, I would happily work with you. So click the link down below and hop in there. But that's it for right now, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a good night. Over and out. Ciao.